Welcome back. This is going to be part 2 of the Let's Play guide, and in between episodes I have been gathering quite a significant amount of materials, because I think today we're going to look at upgrading a few of our weapons, a few of our tools, and I think we're going to have a hand at building something a little bit more substantial than this shed that we're currently calling a home. Okay, so what we have been gathering is leather scraps, some leather hide. Managed to find a skeleton which I haven't seen before, and he was actually quite dangerous. It killed him, and I've managed to kill a few boars and deers to get some trophies as well. Found some feathers. They seem to drop from trees, or you can just stumble across them, or we can use them to make arrows. But what we're going to do is quickly repair everything. We're going to make ourselves a bow, which is 10 wood and 8 leather scraps. That will make hunting a lot easier. So with the bow we're going to need some arrows. Craft myself 20 flint arrows. And we're also going to see if we can upgrade anything. So we can upgrade the bow already, so let's do that. Let's upgrade the flint axe as well. Don't need the stone axe. Let's upgrade the hammer. I wonder if that allows us to craft other things. Okay. Is it about to become night time? Look at that for a view. So if you want to use your arrows, obviously you have to include bow, but you want to right click on the type of arrows you want to equip, and that will put them in a quiver. So now when we select that bow, we'll start shooting with those arrows. Alright, let's go and see if we can find something to hunt. I'll show you how much easier it is to get kills with this rather than creeping up on them. There's a deer. Behind that tree. Try and get that one. Now what I find is you have to aim, especially at the lower level, you want to aim slightly above what you're shooting. And as your skill gets better, then just bring it down just a fraction. I don't know if that's whether it's the power of the bow, whether it's the skill level, just means you're not very accurate, or a combination of the two. But as we skill up, I'm sure we'll get a lot better at it. I missed him, and that's one downside. If you do miss him, they will become scared straight away, so it's not like they don't hear the arrow, sadly. That up same. It is evening time, so I think what we're going to do is head back to our bed, sleep through to the morning, get some sunlight up, we'll be able to see things a lot easier. I don't know if these can be shot, the feathers. Terrible. Yes, they can. because that was awful. This will allow us to craft a lot more arrows. Get some sleep. I didn't mention before is your fire has fuel on it. So you see there it has 1 of 10. What you will need to do is, if you've got wood in your inventory, keep it stocked up. If not, it'll go out. Alright, let's quickly just do a little bit more hunting for some leather, and we'll start building. Hopefully the deer will respawn. I believe the first boss can be quite difficult in melee if you're not prepared for him. So I've seen a few people go through him with a bow and just keep him at range all the time. So if that is the case, you want to skill up your bow skills ahead of fighting him. Really sure what you are, but here we go. What was there? Never mind. We can pick him up while he's running around. You are still here. Do you know what range you have on this? Oh, let's not risk it. Right, now the sun's up, let's go and do some building. See what we can build. One thing about this game, you can make some quite fancy and elaborate structures, which is nice. One thing we are going to want to make is a hoe, so we can make the ground nice and flat. So let's pick up one of my wood piles. So if you make a wood pile or a stone pile to recover the wood, you're going to select your hammer and you want to remove it. So mine's on mouse button 4. So let's make ourselves a hoe. Right, So what we'll do, I think, flatten out an area. Assume you're going to tell me how to use it. He has a little star over his head, which usually means he's a higher chance of dropping a trophy. I believe you need 2 trophies to summon the first boss. We have 2, which is good. Anyway, let's have a look at building a house. So where should we put it? I don't think. Oh, it does do that, so if I moved it out of the way. Cause the rocks to move, so can I manipulate it so they fall out the way? Doesn't look like it. It says place, remove, oh here we go, raise ground, I don't know how to do that. So I can only get it to a certain flatness and then I'm stuck. Nice to know if I can take these rocks out of the way really. Are we actually that flat? Not really. So I can only raise the ground when I'm close to the workbench. And I need stone, do I? Right, okay. Then I think, does this give me my stone back? Right, well in that case, I think what we'll do is we'll build off what we have now, I think. Unless I can upgrade me hoe, does a upgraded hoe give me more option, or...? Really does too much, right? Okay. So yeah, what we'll do, we'll take out the hammer. And we'll have a look at the crafting menu. So what you have is little poles. I believe you have to put these in the floor. And you can build floor off them. Wooden floor. Now what should happen is it pairs to it. I thought it would pair on top of it. Maybe this one like it, maybe I should put that one there. There we go, right now I should be able to make this to here. Require a workbench, right? Well, annoying that we have to have a workbench so close to us, but if we have to, let's put it over here, and we should be able to build what we need to, and we can take the other one out shortly. So, now one thing I think you have is you see how the floor tile is green. That one's now turned yellow. That one's yellow still. So what this happens is it shows that the building is unstable. So what you need to do is then prop it up. So that should. Now we've turned it green. Yes. That little yellow bar as well is kind of like a durability. So the floor will slowly wear out over time. I think how the game has been designed as well is the elements will take it out. So rain, wind slowly cause problems. So something to be mindful that when we finish this off, we need to put a roof on. So let's start off with a 4x4 square. Not very original, but pole there. And I don't know if we're going to get a pole under that one. It is red, so it's going to fall over. What if I put it on? Make it better. Oh, it's still red. I think that's made it green now, yes. Doesn't maybe look as aesthetic as I'd like, but never mind. Let's check if there's any animals to... No, so now we're going to have our wooden wall, and how are we doing for mats? We got 2 woods in that case. Let's get ourselves another wood pile. Let's put a wall here. And what I think we'll do is we'll have a nice scenic view looking towards the beach, I think. And the same applies with the walls and the roof. Everything has to be supported. So if I put another wall here, that one's still green, so that's fine. Good job I did all the farming off screen, because the last thing you want to see is chopping wood. Right, there we go. Now what do we have? A wooden door. So is that 1 block wide? So we'll have something that's slightly off centre, that's fine. By the looks of it, it doesn't have to be too high, so let's just fill this in. Perfect. So I assume we open it. Now, one thing we can have as well is some steps. Perfect. Now, we said before you couldn't put a bed, so you couldn't put a fire on the floor. because it will break or it will burn the floor. So you'd have to take a pillar, a piece of floor tile out, or what we can do is we will stick the fire here on the floor. And in fact, we'll do that now. I don't have any stones, let's quickly go and grab some. Apparently I can't grab that one. We read this last time. We did. It's flint. We didn't want the flint, but we'll take it. I suspect when we get the pickaxe we can just break open the big stones. There's one. So the goal for this is going to be get a base set up, get ourselves kitted out with as best equipment as we can, which I think is the leather armour. I think we've probably got the weapons we're going to be able to use, such as the bow. We might be able to craft some better arrows. And I think getting some bees is meant to be quite a good tip as well. You can find bees in abandoned buildings. You can shoot the hives down with arrows so you don't get poisoned or stung. And you can build a beehive. And by building a beehive, you're rather placing a queen bee in there, you can make honey. And that's the best food in the game currently. Gives you the most health regeneration, biggest stat boost. And when we get to that point, we'll be ready to probably summon the first boss, I think. Let's have some more stone. There nearby. You'll see on the mini-map there's a skull and crossbones icon, and that was me sadly dying to a falling tree. So before, the physics can be quite brutal in this, and it was. It fell on me. Right, since I broke my bed, let's go and make... I wonder if actually I could have just broken the old fire, that might have made more sense. Yeah, it would have made more sense. Never mind. So I'm going to put it close, so it's near enough to my bed. And something else we can make as well is this, it's called a cooking station. Now you have to put it over the campfire. And what this allows you to do is hang raw meat, which we've picked up from our various killings, and you wait for your meat to cook. Now there's 2 stages. You'll see the smoke change in the animation in a second. That will mean it's cooked. If you leave it on there longer, it will burn and turn into coal, which we will need for later on, but we won't need right now. So that little animation there shows that it's cooked. So let's just do a few of these before we go to bed. And this is your second type of food that you can eat. Now what will happen if I eat one? You'll see down the bottom left corner, you get 2 buffs. You running about. Going to cause havoc, to tell. Should have some more cooked meat. Excellent. You can also stand in fire if you want to burn. I don't recommend it, but you can see there we're close to a fire, so that allows us to. Bed needs a roof. Okay. Let's see what we can do for a roof then. Let's do a thatched roof at 45 degrees. I wonder if that's enough. That's what I'm going to need to. It is. Need to strengthen it and prop it up. If not, it will fall down on us. So, with a bare minimum while it's dark. So, what have we got in our inventory to build from? So we've got wooden wall, wood roof cross. Where would that go? Maybe that's to support something. What else we've got wooden beam. So I would imagine this probably strengthens the wall. One there, one there. Oh, see, that's not being supported. I wonder if I do this just to show you what can happen. Oh, there you go. So that one's not being supported very. Those 2 in the middle aren't being supported. I think if the wall hadn't have been here and it had remained orange, then it would have fallen over. So let's put that there. And I don't know if I can put that on top of that. We need the 1 meter. It's not mating up to it very well. Maybe I do need the 2 meter then. Has that actually done anything? Has that actually fixed anything? I don't know if it has. Oh well. Let's see, so that's not looking great either. Does that make it look better? Oh well. Let's finish off the roof and just see what happens then. So if we put a thatched roof on this side. There. I think we should be able to put the 26%. And now marry the 2 up. So I don't know, particularly well supported, but we'll figure that bit out later on. Let's have a look. What are we looking like? terrible. I wonder if we put... Oh, put wall beams up to there, would that help? Because it will support the end of the wall, I don't know. One on there. One there. We got like a wooden patch. We do. You in there? Do we have another one? Oh, hang on, a thatched roof ridge. Maybe that's what we should have used. Let's go inside and see what we can do with that. Apparently you can't open the door with it in build mode, so if I take... So it looks like I'd need to be a 3 wide house rather than 4. And again, that's for a gap of 3. Like that's going to help much. Great camera angle, sorry everyone. Right, that's solved that problem. I don't think it solved the other problem. I can't understand why this isn't helping that, unless I've got to put it off. Let's try building down from it and see if that makes a difference. On there. On there. Oh, right, there you go. So that was it falling off because it wasn't supported. So can I build it quickly enough? No, doesn't help. So where would that take me down to? It'd be off here. So let's try this then, okay. Let's put a beam off here. And now put another one. And now we can put this off of here. There we go. Now maybe we can put one off there. Is that on the floor? Or is that floating? Yeah, that's not good. So how do I put you mate you to that then? Or are you not tall enough? So maybe you need to be... I don't really want you next to my bed, but we can always move that. Oh goodness, I don't know what to do. So let's put you on with that one. There. Now put you off this one. See, now you're not touching it. Now, so that would be there. Let's take you on. Let's work this out. Apparently it does have to go halfway through it. So they all look good. Now where? So if I hold off you, you're still missing, so you need to be about join maybe? Just touching that one. Let's see. I don't get it. That's on that beam in a fashion. Is it because this end is open? I don't know. What if I fill the rest of the roof in? I wonder if it's going to plunge me into darkness here. Right, so they haven't got any worse, but they haven't got any better. Let's fill this front end in. Now, another reason for leaving your fire outside is that you don't end up with smoke inside the building. So if I wanted to have the fire indoors, I would presumably leave this here, or I just have to build a chimney. Missing requirements. Bits. Okay, so I've got my basic structure. I think I need to work out what I'm doing with these posts, which may take a little bit of trial and error. But there it is. There's our basic structure. It's not exactly homely. You can put some chests in. Let's do that. So chests are, as they suggest, you can put all of your valuables in. Build a couple of them. Standing torch and a deer rug. So a deer rug, I believe, is purely about comfort. So I think we're going to hang off on building that just yet because I want the leather for armour. Wooden beam, 45 and 20. So maybe they have to go underneath the thing. Ladders for upstairs, different types of roofing. Crafting. Chopping block goes next to that. We've already got that one over there. Tanning rack. Leather scraps and deer hides. That looks like some more farming for us. Stone pile, I wish, and a raft. So it looks like we can go sailing. Okay, so I think I'm going to play around with the roofing beams, and I'll see what the how the physics works with it, and then we'll pick this up in part 3, and we will we'll see how we get on with that, and hopefully we'll have a roof that doesn't cave in. So if you're enjoying what you're seeing, please feel free to like and subscribe. Learning this as I go along, so hope everybody's enjoying it, and if you've got any tips or if you can see something I'm doing wrong, please feel free to leave me a comment. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.